Hi everyone, welcome. In this tutorial we'll be looking at another project where we see the potentiometer controls the multiple LEDs. As I spin this around, as you see it turns on the more LEDs. As I spin it backward, it turns off the lights. That's fantastic. Now let's start looking at how we do the circuit and how do we do programming. So let's see quickly. First I will get the ready a circuit with breadboard and Arduino. If you write Uno on the search, you just click here and choose it, so your old wiring will be ready between your breadboard and Arduino. I mean, mostly it actually makes the minus sides and plus sides of your breadboard. Now we will carry on. I put one potentiometer. Okay, here we go. And the left side, if you want this side to be 0, because when you start your potentiometer, so look at this, you can spin it around. So if you want this part 0, so you have to connect this part with G and D, I mean with minus, and another side can be with plus. So I will take this from here to plus, right here, and you can change the colors, by the way, if you like to. And the middle side will go to analog. I will connect this to A0. All right. So let's quickly put also 6 LEDs. I'll put them side by side, or I can just copy paste this. And now we will quickly wire those cables. So you know that the longest part of the wires of LEDs goes to digital pins, while other pin cathode goes to minus. So we can use a resistor, because if we give more than the needed current to the LED, we can burn it. So we can reduce the current which goes through the LEDs by using resistors. So they all has to be connected between cathode and minus of the LED, where minus will go to G and D. Let's quickly do this. By the way, we will set this 220 ohm, and I can copy this for each cathode of LEDs. Okay, and now we can connect the anodes to digital pins quickly. All right, I connected them starting from 13 till 8. Now it's time to program, and as we spin it around, we will turn on the first and second and third and fourth and fifth, sixth. So as we spin it backward, it will stop turning on, right? So it will turn off them. Now we can continue with programming, but let's click on the code and make sure you choose the text. And we have to introduce the first elements that we use. One of them is potentiometer. I will use pot, okay, and it's connected to A0. By the way, I will use another variable that the values are coming from the potentiometer. Its first value will be 0, okay, and I can quickly say this equation value gonna come from the values of potentiometer. So I can read the values from the analog read, okay, that will bring the values from potentiometer to the value, okay, to the VAL, let's say. And by the way, we can make this setup. The setup is like pin mode. All right, so which one? So POT, right? It's input. My potentiometer is input, and the rest of them, all my LEDs, are output. By the way, instead of writing LED 1, 2, 3, I can just name their pin numbers on the Arduino, and that will also be enough to specify and name them. I don't need to name it specific another one. I can just directly write digital pin number 8 and its output. I'll directly copy paste this. And change the numbers. So after we set those all, we can also set the one serial monitor, because I want to show you how the values are changing as I move this around. I can use serial begin and 9600. Actually, this is a number that exchanges the value at the date rate of 9600 bits per second. That's why we use this. And as it checks this, we set up, and we want to get our first value from print ln. And what am I going to print is I'm going to print value, okay? And of course I will also print this every time inside the loop. And let's see this. I'm going to start this, and from the serial part I have to do this print ln, okay? Print ln. So as I start simulation, you can see the number it's being changed as I spin this around, you see. So by using this point, we can say that when I put this to the most left, the value is 0. As I spin this to the right, the value goes from 0 till 1023. As the biggest value 1023, and I have 6 LEDs to turn on, then I can use my calculator and see 1023 divided by 6, and each 170 will turn on the one light, right? So let's quickly use this in a basic if condition. I'm going to start simulation and start writing my codes. I will say if value less than 170, okay? If the value is less than 170, actually I will do like this in the very first beginning. Let's say till 30, okay? It will not show any lights, and it will keep all the lights off. But as I spin this over 30, it will start turning on the first light, and after 170 it will turn on the second LED, and 340 third LED. So we have to write the digital right. And I'm going to write the number 8. I will actually make it 0. All the light should be 0. By the way, 0 stands for all low, and 1 stands for high. I will just change the numbers to different ones. So now when I start this, even I do less than 30, so actually all the lights off, what do you expect? And now I will say else if, okay, my another condition gonna be if value less than 170, okay? By the way, I can just copy paste this, and I will say turn on the first light. Let's run it one more time. So value is 170. When the value goes over 30, and between 30 and 169, so then it will turn on the first light. I'll stop this, and by the way, as you see, we repeat this part over and over. I'll copy this and just change this to 340 and turn on one more light. And I will copy this, and this time add one more 170, that will go to 510, and let's turn on one more light, so it will turn on the first, second and third lights. Let's do it. Opa, something wrong. We will figure out together. Main, what happened? Okay, I think it's fine. All right, so first it's turn on the first light, and second and third. Very, very good. So this time I will just copy this 3 times. Actually, these 3 I will copy one more time, and I go to from 510. It will go to 680, and it will turn on 4 lights. After 680, it will go to 850. It will turn on the 5 lights, and then finally it will go to 1020. It will turn on all the lights. Let's run it. As you see, I can turn on all the lights, and as I backward, it turns off the lights. Very, very good. You can actually observe this right here. If the value less than 850, let's go. Yeah, it's around 800, right? And it has to turn on 5 lights right here. By the way, it should be between 680 and 850. Very good. So I think it's enough to understand this from these practices. We can also observe how it's being done using the real Arduino elements. And then hopefully we see each other in the coming tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.